Arg, I shouldn't have started the recording without this. There we go.
Bayonetta.
Hey guys, welcome back. We'll be playing Bayonetta today. Sorry, I accidentally grabbed my Wii U pad, so I had to grab my Pro Controller real quick. Let me just see where we were last time. I'm assuming we were in the middle of a chapter, but I don't really remember. Oh, right. So I really should have reviewed last episode, so I could have an idea what I'm doing right now. I do recall where I am, chapter 5. Well, I do remember what's gonna happen. I just don't recall exactly what we were doing. I believe last episode we had just confronted Luca. Probably saved him if I remember correctly. What else? Basically fought a bunch of bosses and did a few puzzles. Not much to say except for that. And I stopped here because I do recall that there's a segment that might take a while, so plus I didn't really want to deal with these ghost spirits that, oh shoot. Well, basically try to make your way, oh come on, try to make your way through this stone pillar. At this point you should not have the Panther ability if you're doing a normal playthrough, so it might be it's probably much more difficult. However, if you do have the Panther ability, you can easily glitch out and fall off the stone pillars. There are no invisible walls, so just keep that in mind. And we have a new enemy. I don't believe we fought this yet. First Spear Inspired Thrones. It's a snake-like creature. I believe the lore in Bayonetta basically states that these are basically what people right before death see as a basilisk. So I believe whoever survives, near-death confrontations, they tend to draw these beings as large snake-like creatures. Very annoying to fight this guy. He blocks your attacks almost the entire fight. So I recommend using guns. However, you have to constantly dodge his attacks. Katanas are better for getting right in his face and basically trying to stab him. But to defeat this enemy, you have to do some damage and have to counter. Like if you continue the fight, he will eventually stop blocking and just try to fly around. So that'll be your best time to counter. If you miss, you will take severe damage. So if you can't counter him, like there's a small window where you can counter his animation. If for whatever reason you can't do that, just try to dodge. I believe the vulture is the one who's going to come out for this animation. Ugh. Pretty gruesome. Like the deaths in Bayonetta, at least for the main boss, or at least for the mini bosses and the bosses themselves, looks pretty painful. Like they're literally getting ripped apart, and they're not even like dead yet. They're still alive. So, I mean, their deaths they're basically feeling all the pain that the demons are inflicting on them. Plus, as divine beings, they don't really die, even if they're dismembered. So that's that much worse. Although, it's not exactly confirmed if they actually feel pain. I've taken a lot of damage. I thought that we were at the end of chapter 5. I guess I did forget about the fact that we had to do this segment. Pretty easy, you just have to walk through the walls. Not much to say here. I do believe there is a treasure chest that you can grab, and that is pretty easily to miss. So just explore this room, you might find something. I probably didn't see anything just because I already grabbed whatever it was. Sometimes breaking these things you can get like extra items. Although... Oh shoot, oh shoot. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright. Oh! Another one. Oh, finally we have the battle music. I kind of like the battle music in Bayonetta. It's just I wish there were like more than just three main tracks for. Oh boy. Hold on. Oh, if you don't really care about increasing your rank, or at least for your first playthrough, basically you have like these witch recipes. So each circle basically represents 5 of each item. So I just made a mega lollipop that cures me by converting 15 of the 19 green herbs that I had into whatever I had. And then you have like the more powerful items, so if you want to create them, you just like mix them like this, as you can see. Of course, all I really want is a mega lollipop because I'm at death's doors right now. Okay, doesn't really heal too much, at least late game. Oh, cool. Yeah, now this is what I'm saying. In the last fight, the enemy kind of blocked, but in this fight, he's already flying around, just doing residual damage. So, at this point, you should probably get used to the idea of having multiple weapons for your A and B slots. So, I can switch between guns and the katana very quickly. Oh. Goodness, that's what I hate about this enemy, that it just keeps doing that same exact thing. You probably can actually leave if you really want to. Actually wait, that might be a good idea because I need all the health that I can get. So I'm just gonna skip that enemy. Whoa. And this is another of the virtues. Not sure which cardinal virtue he represents. I wanna say Tempest, the cardinal virtue of Tempest, or that might be his ability. I don't remember correctly. But basically, similar to the cardinal virtue of Fortitude, that basically possess the abilities of to create lava and flames. Tempest seems to have the powers of Storm, as he's the one that's causing this catastrophe that's going around us. Here we see John conversing with an angel, which is kind of weird considering that we've seen her at least confirmed to have some connection with the witches, and she doesn't really use any angel abilities. It's all been based on demons. So it's kind of weird to see them conversing as if they were allies. So, although even though they seem to be working together, John has her own priorities and doesn't really need their help. I guess Bayonetta still doesn't remember. I guess they're making fun of the fact that it's so cliched these days to find that your nemesis tends to be some sort of family member. Now she says the cool of the Umbra Throne. Now Bayonetta's at this point, Bayonetta now believes that maybe these eyes of the world might be a reference to the jewel that basically the Umbra Witches have. That only the leader, or the one to basically become the Umbra's leader at any one point is supposed to wield. However, that will be confirmed later on to be false. Pretty cool segment right here showing off their skills. Even though I have the katana equipped, they will always show Bayonetta wielding a gun. Unless I believe there's a certain segment where Bayonetta does wield something other than the gun. But both of them tend to use them. Pretty good animation. It would have been interesting to see a feature film. They did make a anime out of it, which was amazing. Although, hopefully they'll eventually make a anime adaptation of Bayonetta 2. Although to see it in 3D cinematics, it would have been pretty awesome.
Perhaps this can be to my advantage.
Alright. And now we finally, as the player, can fight John herself. Basically, we have to prove ourselves to her. Now, I use a katana for melee close range combat. You should probably keep your distance. She has more abilities now. At this point, basically, if you're doing a normal playthrough, you will notice that the new abilities that you obtain, so will she possess. I just happen to have all the abilities at this point, but she already obtains the ability like some of the special attacks that you can buy from Rodon, such as aerial combat. So it would be a much more exciting fight than the first time, where you would probably be limited based on how many Halos you would have already had at that point. Now I'm making this fight look somewhat easy, but that's because I'm basically not playing around. I have to dodge every single attack. I'm not at full health right now, and if I let her get an edge on me. Now to beat her at this segment, you have to get perfectly 500. If you get 450, there's a very high chance that John will attack. Now John also has the katanas, not really because I'm using it. She just tends to have them. But hers is called the, I believe mine is the Shuraba. I believe hers is something else. But basically, the only weapons that John wields are guns and katanas, even in late game. While I tend to have other types of weapons.
Afraid of something,
Although guns and katanas are probably the best weapons for bosses. You have other weapons, and if you prefer, you can have your own fighting style. But they tend to be more for like for multiple enemies and wide sweeping motions. So it's really up to you. But I feel like because of the katana's melee proficiency and the fact that the guns are so versatile, they're basically better to evade and damage an opponent quickly, even if you're trying to get away from any one of their special moves. Now this is where Bayonetta learns the ability to use her Panther form. As you can see, she does not obtain the abilities of to become I believe hers is a falcon of sorts, or an eagle. Nor does she have the ability to transform into moths. Those are abilities that you buy from Rodon, but you do gain the ability to transform into a panther. I don't believe I've actually shown off or made or really commented on the fact that I have the abilities to turn into a moth. Moth only works when you're taking damage, but you want to decrease it. So that ability, by transforming into a moth, basically mitigates the damage that you take while taking damage. So it's kind of hard to perform. Since I'm using block a lot, I haven't really been shown using it. I skip most of the fights, to be honest, so my score is obviously going to be worse. Ooh! A Stone Awards. Now every time you use an item, that's counted as, I believe, half a death, so it does stack up on you. I'm not going to update it, obviously, because that score is much worse. I did more fights and it didn't even take as long. Alright, let's do this real quick. I'm trying my best here just because I at least want to get the blue hearts. So I'm basically not really paying attention to what I'm to. Come on. There we go. Got him. Headshots are not really that difficult to perform if you're used to this. Damn. At least I've got enough for the witch heart. I was trying to get some moon pearls as well, but I'll take what I can get. No, wait. Oops. There we go. Buy that and transform the rest into halos. I might have enough to get a new costume, but for now, since I already used all the Nintendo costumes and I already showed off Bayonetta's default costume change, I might go for another one of the perfumes that I have. I believe I have a perfume. I might be wrong about that. but you don't change that until you can't change those costumes in this segment. You have to do it during the menu. Restore default. Bayonetta's default was pretty nice. Shows off all the curves in the right places. But let me see if I can buy one of the artifacts from Rodon.
Take care of my babies, will you? Some people may have a thing for the 45s, but to me, these are the real works of art.
I find Rodon's humor to be hilarious. 30,000. How much do I have? Whoa, I have actually a lot. Wait, but why do I have so much cash? What is this? Sword used to change one's appearance for you. Also, would I want to change elegant charming. I believe there was a reason I was keeping so much cash on me, or halos. Okay, I'll buy this. I should be able to buy 2 of these at least. Wait. Oh, there we go. Ah, so that's how you get the others. Ooh, that's a lot of cash though. I'm gonna buy these lesser ones. Now these are the ones that were always, I believe, in the originals. I think these were added. Yes. Yeah, my goal was always to get all the items. However, it takes quite a while to get all the halos. Wait. Let me just buy some of these essences. Not sure how to release this one. I believe I had to buy the other, all the weapons. Although I might be wrong on that. Oops. There we go. Okay. So chapter 6 is up next. Chapter 6, the Gates of Paradise. So I guess we're going to have to fight much more powerful opponents now that the thrones have finally been revealed. At this point, it's getting pretty tough. The Proving Ground Ruins. Now, I'll say this just because I remember. Remember to break this chest. I believe that you get a CD. Basically, I guess I'll show them off. I think I have them. Here we go. Wait. Tomb, Inferno. I believe that is these. Angelic Heims. Now, to get certain weapons, you have to get these Angelic Heims. So, oh, actually, these actually could remind me which weapons I get in each chapter. Oh, I still need 2 more. Wow. All right. So yeah, these. This one. Actually, all of them. You have to find in certain chapters. So these are for the guns that I'm using, the ones with more firepower. These are for the katanas, or at least the katana. I don't know if there's another one. This is for a whip that I'm about to equip right now to by changing the katana, or maybe the guns. I don't know. Which is very powerful. These, but these 3 are the easiest to find. Now, once you want to get the more powerful weapons, like these are more like situational weapons. I mean, or if you prefer fighting in a specific manner that is much more cumbersome, then you might want to find these. I never checked the Angelic Heim, so I was not aware that these 2 I hadn't found. I'm not exactly sure where I can find these though. And these are the Bazillions, my favorite weapon, the hardest one to get. I don't know how I managed to get that one and not these 2. So, one of the Angelic Heims are basically found in pieces. So they're like old record tape, well, old records basically. I believe that's what they call them. Where they're found in these treasure chests, and you will find like I believe 1/2 of one of these right here. And you have to basically scour the areas just to find the others. With that being said, now that I remembered that, by this point I should have, I believe, these 2 weapons. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. So, Cool Shoulder. Now, Cool Shoulder is a whip. It's not really good for precise timing, but it's good for if you have like multiple enemies surrounding you. Then I might use it. So just to show it off, I'll grab these. Now these, This one is called the Koshodra. There's only one, so you can't like equip it to your feet. Some of these weapons can only be equipped either to your arms or your legs, or some to both. The Durga, similar to those enemies that I keep saying are one of the most annoying ones in the game. They have lightning and fire powers. You have to find them separately, and you can interchange between them. The issue with these are that while they do cause a lot of massive damage to the enemy, they're extremely slow, which in hard and infinite climax is not really convenient. So I tend not to use these, but I will show them off later on. For now, I'm gonna keep the katana on B and the Koshodra on A. I kind of wish I could change my guns because there is a feet-only weapon that I have that would increase my speed, would make this a lot more, maybe not easier, but a lot more fun. Now, is there anything to check around here? If you notice, these guys are actually part of a military, the Vagrant military. So it kind of implies that this so-called benefactor is pretty much rich to the point that he can hire the military to guard his these ruins. Now, as you can see, now to get most of it, you have to move your gyro controls as much as possible. But as you can see, if you have like close range enemy, it's not going to be very useful. Plus, it's kind of there's also like a 2-second lag if you want to use your leg weapon. So not the most convenient weapon out there. It's fastened tight with locks and chains. Nothing that should stop me from opening it, of course. So of course she's going to show up. But I think I'll end off the episode here because I believe chapter 6 is about to begin, and after this I may have to focus a lot. So on the episode off here, and on the next episode we'll finally see the Gates of Paradise and maybe some new enemies. So see you guys later. Bye.